Let's see, YouTube. Again. I don't know how I can do that.
What's that? Adding it to Now Live?
Yeah. Alright, just trying to update this. Maybe it needs to be capital. That should get it. Bear with me, guys. Just trying to.
That does it.
Well, that was me just. Why is this window? Hold on. All these settings. Let's just get a little 3x3 going. What's going on, Tease? Oh, dude, PUBG it up, man. No worries, dude. I just appreciate you here, man. And that was... We're just going to make a big platform. Alright, we can put this back. I need iron sheets right there. We are going to put up... just going to drop that on the ground real quick. Alright, there's my sun. Just want to establish what's east and west real quick, guys. So go ahead and grab our torch, turn the torch on by hitting O. And we are just going to weld it up to this first stage. You know, there's 2 stages in every single one. And one thing I do want to try, though, is I've been seeing these guys get these really cool, like, angles and stuff. I didn't know that that was possible, but I think if I rotate, you know, use my mouse wheel and rotate through, I think I can get corners and stuff. The only reason I'm not going ahead and welding it so it's airtight, number one, I don't need to worry about airtight right now. We've got plenty of oxygen. I've got that spare tank, so I can pretty easily, you know, survive several days. The big thing that we need to worry about right now is power. Power is, you know, critical at this point in time. So we are going to actually, let's go ahead and we're going to grab that large battery. Where's my solar? Construction kit 2. There it is. Am I just blind? There it is. We want to get solar going pretty much as quick as we can. Let's go ahead and real quick, we're going to rotate this. Get power on the inside, data on the out. I need to grab the APC, area power control. You're going to grab that battery again because I'm going to need that. what I'm going to do, I'm flip this around. Remember, data goes to the power. Like so. Alright. I'm going to throw that one down. Let's go ahead and hit 5. Grab this guy, open up my APC. Put that big battery, turn that on. We can go ahead and put this back in our belt. Now, I do need some glass sheets to go ahead and complete this. So we're just going to... Alright, so I am getting some battery. You can see that by this flashing white right here. If it's flashing green and blue, it means it's charging. That blinking red light means it's receiving power. You want to make sure that when you construct this, you turn this on. It's going to come on in off state, so you just simply click that. You're good to go. I'm going to hit this. And we do need to keep track of that. I'm not receiving full power right now. As the sun approaches, more of the more on top, it will go up to a max of 500 watts. So we can build, once I get going here in a minute, I can build some solar logic that will start to track that, and that'll make it a lot easier. So let's hit E real quick. We're going to put the glass back, and I want to go ahead and grab my auto lathe and my furnace. These are the two big kind of first things that we're going to get set up with. So I want my furnace first. We're going to hit E, switch over. This is in and out. I'll tell you what. I'll put it kind of, probably want to leave this open since I'm probably going to put the rest of my solar cells. So we are actually going to kind of put this right here, probably for right now. And then my auto lathe, I typically put this, power's on the back here. So what I'm going to do, we're going to flip this around. Actually, I might keep it kind of like this and then kind of open this up a little. So what we can do is go back to our power cables. Just use our mouse wheel, scroll through the different selections, and we are going to just run a couple straight. If you guys are lucky, I may even show you my cycle clock that I built. I've seen, I can't remember his name. There's another YouTuber out there that built a like a 24-hour clock, which could be done, but I'm more concerned about cycles. And when I say cycles, like computers have a clock, and it's not like a 24-hour clock. It is literally a cycle counter, and it basically is just designed to keep everything in sync. And what ends up happening is, you want to make sure that all your processes are on and working and everything else. So you can see we're getting power. Starts off red or flashing red, goes to yellow, green, and then blue is full. So we want to see that green, and you can see that we are starting to come down a little bit. So if we grab our wrench, we are going to just adjust it a little bit more. So it's actually, we're going to go negative 90. Yeah, there's that good stuff right there. So the more direct sunlight this thing receives, the more power it generates. So you really want to set up some efficient solar tracking pretty quick. So, I've got the two major things going to start off with. And what we need to do right now is start looking for gold. We really need some gold. We've got a good deposit of copper, a little bit of iron. We want to go ahead and basically just start smelting everything up. We've got to get to an electronics printer pretty quick. And I will actually kind of put that probably right here, mirrored, so you'll just turn around just one to the other, just right there. So, you've got your input on this side, your output on this side. The only thing I don't really like, input here, output here. leave everything off. Right now I really need to get that battery going. If you didn't know this already, your kit comes with it's this tracking beacon. No, I don't need that water filter. I think it's in the consumables. Yeah, there it is. You actually get an extra beacon. If you're not good with directions, don't take this out. So don't do what I'm getting ready to do, but I'm going to do it anyway. You can actually grab another small battery, and that's actually full. You can see there's that blue color indicating that it is full. So you can use that. Another thing that I use to kind of stay alive the first couple days, if you're unaware, the drill. If you throw that on the ground, you've got another battery right there. So I would recommend using that, and then also your mining drill. I'm talking just making it through like the first couple days. If you run into a situation where you really need battery, you can go through there. All right. So with that being said, sun's going down. That battery's getting full, which is good. I mean, you can see that we didn't really, crank on it too hard. Let's go ahead and switch over, and we need to get, like I said, our first priority of the day is really getting mining up and running. Now, what did I do with my mining belt? Did I put it? Yeah, there it is. So we can just press and hold 5. That will switch it out for me. And we're going to store that by hitting 3, roll over, there. So 5 again, and I'm going to pull out my drill. If you press O, that turns your devices on and off. If you're not using something, turn it off. And like I said, you can see that drill right in front, the battery, right in front of that green power button. If you really run into a situation, you can always just grab that, help you make it through that first night. So, first and foremost, guys, if you are in the room, I really do appreciate you guys being here. Much love to the community. Much respect. Definitely, I need to get my Discord somehow in the stream. We need to get our link. So if you're not part of our family, you can definitely reach out and come talk to us. For the most part, we're pretty friendly. I'm kind of sarcastic, but all right, just everything. And I'm pretty sure I sold some gold, which, like I said, the big resource we are looking for right now are iron, copper, and gold. I know that when I actually started this map yesterday, I believe, and just kind of took a brief look around. I created the world, took a brief look around just to see what was around, and we actually got a pretty good spawn map seed. So my last map.
Appreciate it.
All right. I think I said something about pressure, but I think we're fine. So the whole reason we want to get gold and get the electronics printer up and running is we need a circuit to basically automate our solar panels, so that I'm not having to tweak the entire day. Now the wiki has a really good explanation of how all this works. They've got one that there's one basically there's. The argument is that you cannot get, the solar cells will only track, basically, they're stuck at a permanent 15 degrees, like you can't go past 15 degrees down or the other way. So, if you think of the entire day as being 180 degrees, as far as, sun coming up and going down, it's half of the circle, which is 180 degrees. If you subtract that 15 degrees off either side, basically you only get 150 degrees of movement. And right now it's tracking off of 180, so you are actually losing some wattage, more or less. It's trying to calculate based on 180, and if it's only if it's only got 150 degrees movement, you're tracking a 180. You can actually tweak that just a hair and get that to use some compare units and do that. I will not do that right at the start, just because the setup I normally use only takes 4 logic, 4 logic chips. I believe it's 1 processor, 2 logic IOs, memory. It's not much, guys. It's really not much, and I'm getting probably more iron than I need right now. But quite frankly, that's a-okay. And I know I saw some nickel around here earlier, which on my last playthrough of this, I had a real hard time getting nickel, and now it was like right here. So, and I just got that power low signal, which means that my battery is getting down. But luckily, on this big battery, you really don't have to start worrying until it says critical. Now to go ahead and just kind of go ahead and just start the process. What I'm going to do, we're going to go ahead and start some of the smelting. We're going to turn that on, hit this, and activate. And I'm actually going to pull this, which means that my furnace is going to turn off. That's fine. I'd rather live through another night. All right, and oh, good news, good news. We got more copper right here next to base. Now, the only thing I don't like is this means that I'm going to have a bunch of big potholes kind of right next to my base, which isn't, it's not ideal, but we have a good thing going. So,
don't worry, mate. It won't be long. You'll have lots of potholes all over the moon.
Yeah. Yeah, normally, Chew does bring up a good point. This game, there is no way to fill back in the potholes at the time. So, once you dig, that's where it is. And if you do fall in a pothole, make sure you hit J, which is your jump jets, your backpack, whatever you want to call it. That will actually keep you from, if you hit the ground too hard, you will fracture your spacesuit, which that means you got to basically go build another one in order to survive. Now, the next thing, right after we get this solar tracking up and running, once I take care of power, the next thing I'm going to do is start working on my big furnace, and that's going to get me into it's going to get me into the the harder to get materials, the steel, the electrum, the Invar, stuff that we're going to need. Not necessarily for early game, but it's going to start setting us up for late game. Now, this is a super temporary setup. So one thing that I have learned playing this game: don't try to go too big too early. You will fail. And this game is, if you try to build one of these giant bases and all this other stuff, and then you try to pressurize it, well, all that base takes space to pressurize, and it turns out it's a lot harder to fail in a small base that's efficient and set up right than it is one of these large bases that are 6-7 stories tall and all this pipe network and everything else. Because when those systems start to fail, they fail hard. So, just a little bit of words of advice, and don't get frustrated with this game. This game is not easy. All right, oxide. We are going to need this here in a little bit once we get that furnace up and running. If you do not know, that's basically one of your major sources of oxygen. Oxygen equals heat, which is fuel for fire. So that's how you get your furnace stoked up and going, and we will go into depth on that once we get rolling here in a minute. So, and right now, food is not currently a part of the game. It will become, from what I understand, a part of the game. So will ships and you know, all sorts of other fun things are on the way. Cannot wait. All right, so my mining belt is full. That's why I kind of threw that back down on the ground. Said nope, no more, not today. So what we are going to do is come over here, and you can see that. So I already got steel on that first one. So let's go ahead and smelt some copper. Now this furnace does take power, so that is probably going to drain my battery before that smelts. But that's okay. The sun will be up. I just want to dig out this frame real quick while I'm here. We got to kill some time anyway. My mining belt's full, so why not?
Can I suggest you could make a little hollow and dump the contents of your mining belt in there so you can carry on mining?
Oh yeah, I could do that. Chu, my buddy in Discord, who you just heard, suggested maybe building like a small hole and we can dump things. Now actually, I'll tell you what we can do. We can actually do it right here. So what we're going to do, we're just going to basically put things in my hotbar, hit Q, they'll roll down, and they should stay right there. So what we are doing is basically just getting ready to empty our mining belt, and I'm only going to empty my stacks at 50. I've got that one 34, that one copper at 34. I'll leave that right there just because you know I like nice even stacks at 50. There's coal, which coal is going to be. I normally don't use the solid fuel generator. You can, but I prefer, and I'll tell you what, you know, I was going after that iron. I think I'm going to wait. Right now, we really need to start finding some gold. Copper, actually, you know what? I'm going to take this copper. We were kind of full up on iron. You know, and if you guys, if any of you guys out there have any suggestions, you know, definitely make sure you like and subscribe. Subscribe to my content, but you know, let me know. Talk to me. Let me know in comments, whatever. I'm very responsive. All right, so you can see the sun coming up in the background. So what I am looking, what I'm looking to do is go ahead and head back. I want to get the solar panel turned so that we are charging our base and getting that rolling. Let's go ahead and turn our mining drill off by hitting O. And actually, I'm going to go ahead and put that drill back in my mining belt. Let's take our mining belt off by hitting that. Go back over to our tool belt and hit 5. And then in 5, I want the wrench. I need to turn it down. We call it a wrench. Some of you crazy Europeans over there call it a spanner. All right, all that beautiful sunlight. And all I'm trying to do right now is this is, you know, how much can I get out? So all that stuff's just going to stack, and you know, that's great early game. I wish when I first started this game that I had just spent, you know, once I got that set up, I really wish I had focused more on just go out and get yourself a good baseline for materials. Because once you have a good baseline, you can pretty much do anything you want. All right, guys, and good news, we found a load of gold. Look at that. This map is treating us well early. Switch my belts out. And I did the wrong thing. So we're going to hit hit 3, hit F, and 5. Take that 5. Turn our drill back on and give me all this beautiful gold. Look at this, guys. So, if you are not aware, basically gold is all of your stuff that you need to build your electronics. All your late game stuff pretty much is going to require gold. If it's not directly gold, it's probably going to be like, you know, Electrum, which is silver and gold. It's going to be, you know, Invar, which is steel and nickel. Maybe it's gold and nickel. I gotta look that up again. But gold is essential. And honestly, first starting out and just getting that first circuit up, you don't require a whole lot of gold, so I'm probably good with where I'm at right now, but I tend to lose things as soon as I build them. So all of the, you know, these gold patches and everything, as soon as I walk away from here, I'll look around for an hour just trying to find the same patch, even though I'm right next to the base. Everything around here looks the same. If you do have a poor sense of direction, please turn on the tracking beacon. Use the cartridge. It will save you. Last thing you want to do is get out here and you know, run into a low power situation and basically die just because, you know, you ran out of power. You know, something stupid. So. Right. It should be more than enough. So let's get back. I mean, that's 50 right there. I like nice even stacks, guys. That's actually 58. And this is gold's gonna take a while. Gold does take a while to build. So real quick, I want to pop over here real quick, and we are looking for kit electronics printer. We need 2 grams gold, 20 iron, 10 copper. Guys, we are already there. Once that gold smelts up, we are done. So what I'm going to do, meantime, we're just going to go ahead and swing around, put all this in. Alright. Since that's going to take so long to smell, I'm actually going to run back over here, try to find that gold deposit.
Just went past it.
Did I?
Yep. It's to your right.
Is that it?
No, it's not those holes.
Oh, well, there it is. I got it.
I thought there was an extra one on for there, but yeah.
Yeah, no, dude, everything looks the same, man. I'm telling you, it's game plays tricks on you. All right. Oh. Dude, there is gold everywhere. What the crap?
Don't complain.
Yeah, for real.
And the Discord and forum links are in our stream chat.
Alright, it's not showing up for me yet. Alright, we're just going to turn that off. I think we're going to be good for a while. Like I said, this is going to take me a good bit. Yeah, it still has 16 grams to go. So what I'm going to do, just so I don't have to come back into my mining belt, just hit E real quick. O, or Q. FO, FQ. Alright. And let's take our mining belt back off. Oh, and there's another 50 right there. We are swimming in it, guys. So 5. Take the wrench out real quick, and let's see if we can't. I wasn't as diligent on this as I probably should have been. Turn that off, hopefully it saves some power. Alright, gold's done. In my uniform, we are going to run into that here in a little bit. Go ahead and pre-build all of our cabling so that we can, alright, there's the electronics printer. Did I just cancel it? I canceled it. It was getting ready to spit it out, and I just said, nope, not today. So we just wasted all that beautiful power. Alright, pull out our, I'm not going to disconnect that yet just because I need this thing to complete. If you interrupt power in the middle of something crafting, you will lose it.
Do you lose the resources or just lose that craft?
I think you lose that craft, and technically we're losing power, so... Because I interrupted that and I didn't lose any of the resources. Now that may change. And guys in chat, if you guys have any suggestions, please let me know, or something you'd like to see. You can ask Chew. I'm kind of a evil scientist, and I would, I love challenges. All right, there it is. All right, so now we have our electronics printer. I've already set up all the cabling I need. So we are going to spin it around, and we are done. Also, to save power, I'm going to turn that off. Next thing I want to do is go ahead and start working on our solar logic. So I need to turn this on and actually dump all my contents out. And we are going to put everything in here. Alright. And we are looking for logic. Let's see. There we go. Logic processor. And my wife just got home. I'll be right back. Hey, sweetheart. How are you?
Hi there.
Playing my game? Yes. I had soup earlier. It was good. Alright, so I've got one logic memory, one logic processor. I need 2 logic IOs. The other thing we are going to need is a solar sensor, which is already in our construction kit that came with us. Alright. So, hate to do it, I'm going to kill the power to my base, but I need to survive. Another thing I want to do real quick, and I highly recommend not leaving this thing on, because this thing will suck battery. And it's not necessary to wire in the network. I go ahead and do it just because I know I'm planning on using it eventually. And I need the iron frames. What I'm going to do is actually put all this up on blocks, like so. So eventually this solar panel will come up here. I'm going to build all this logic right here so it's nice out of the way. You don't have to, you don't see it, you don't deal with it. It's just nice. It's real nice. So let's go ahead and grab. I know power's low. Like I said, luckily, even though power is low, we are not in danger yet. It still has a additional state. And make sure, after you get done using your blowtorch, turn it off. Because that, the torch does have a battery, or it's got gases in there, and eventually it will run out. And it's kind of expensive. So we want to put this daylight sensor on the side of sunrises, which we know it rises in the east, sets in the west. So we are going to put that daylight sensor right there. All right. Next, I want to grab my 2 logic IOs, which should be on top. Alright, so I need 2 things here. I need a logic reader. Okay, which is just this guy right here. And then we also need a batch writer. And if you guys, let's go ahead and grab memory. Real quick, just so you guys understand, there's a logic writer and a batch writer. A logic writer will write to one individual item. Okay, a batch writer will write to anything of that process. So if you like, I've got a batch writer for we're gonna have a batch writer for all of our solar cells, so it's gonna write to anything with solar cell on it. So you know, just something to keep in mind when you guys are planning. And if I'm quick, I can get this done so that I need to use right there. Go 4-way. All right, we're gonna make this work. Yeah, there's no power on the bottom of those. That's right. It's just this math unit. And there's the sun. Grab my wire cutters real quick. I didn't mean to do that. A couple T-junctions. And 2 corners. Now, if you guys run out of power, like run out of cables like I just did, you can build more. Let's go ahead and before I do anything else, you can build more over at the Electroprint. And here in a second, I'm not going to have to worry about doing this, so that's why this is so important. Let's turn it on. And we are looking for cables. You don't need to worry about the heavy cables yet. Those right there, we just need to build these. Alright, we're going to do what I was just talking about. I'm actually going to grab this right here and use this battery. So we're going to go to our suit. I have a full battery now. Now this one, because it is small, it's going to go very quick. I'm also going to turn that on real quick and let all those charge. Now let's go ahead and get all this connected. So I'm sorry, Kristen. I'm sorry. Are you going to survive? You know, boys and girls pee differently. Now this circuit that I'm getting ready to show you guys is probably where I begin. So super simple, and you need to go in to your tool belt and grab your screwdriver. So I'm looking for daylight sensor output. We want solar angle. Turn this on, and that should, all right, we've got a reading. Math unit, so this, we are going to turn this up, 1.8. And this is what I was talking about. This is just super simple. This is just getting us running, guys. That's all this is doing, okay? So logic math, we are going to take input 1 in, which is going to be logic reader, okay? Next, we are going to take memory, which is here, and divide, okay? And what that's going to do is take solar angle, divide it by 180, and give us an angle. It's going to convert it basically over to 100 degrees, which is what our solar panel can read. And next, we are in from math. Okay. Now we are going to solar cell, which I passed, our solar panel, and vertical. You can see it swinging around. And what you will have to do, now vertically this is fine. Now we need to adjust the horizontal angle, which is simple enough. All right. So you can see now that this thing, and did I do that?
Power low.
Yeah, let's go negative 90. That's backwards. So you might have to finagle with it just a hair, but you can see now that I'm hitting almost 100 and or 463 watts. Max on those things is 500. You can already see that this battery is full. So these efforts have already paid off, guys. It takes a little bit of time, but it's completely and totally worth it. Switch that out, let that charge up. And normally what I do, until I get another one of these large batteries, I leave this open and swap with this one. You can come over, let's turn this back on real quick. The kit battery is the big battery, which we are going to need, not yet. Battery's so large, we need just a little bit of steel and we can build one. Very highly recommend you building one. Or very much highly recommend you guys building one. So the next thing we are going to want to do, let's go ahead and start working on smelting again. Let's go ahead and start working on copper. We went through a good bit. And real quick while I'm here, what is it to build another solar panel? There it is. A little bit of copper, guys. Let's go ahead and throw up an extra solar panel. It's only going to charge things faster and kind of, we want to get into that idea of producing more than we're using. The next thing we are going to do is actually move all this up. All right. So we have already started preparing for this. We are where we want to be. So we are probably going to go ahead and I may actually go ahead and produce 2 more. We'll tear this one down, raise it up, and go ahead and start getting, that production rolling. And you guys, you can already see, that early grinding that we did, how much of a difference that has made. So we've only got 8 grams more to produce. The next thing we want to go ahead and look at building as well is a furnace, which is just that right there. We need copper and iron. So as much as I want to build, and we have enough, we could build 2. All right, so that is on high charge. Blue means full. So we are ready to go for our next. Tell you what, we're going to build 1 more solar panel. Well, that's going to take 10. I've got more copper smelting. Guys, we're going to go ahead and build a second solar panel. We're only going to use it. I've got more copper smelting. We actually do have a pretty good supply of copper around us.
Save power.
Yeah. Well, and at this point, this is normally when I don't even worry about power. Power is important, but I'm already generating a surplus. And what I do, and I don't know if other people have realized it, but you can actually butt these. Normally everybody puts these in the center, and what I've started doing is just butting all of them right next to each other, and you can actually start to gain. So you might, on a long enough span, you might actually be able to get, 2 extra solar panels, or maybe even 1. But even if it's 1, it's 1. So I'm going to cut this real quick so that I can basically run my data up. All right. Let's run this into a T-junction. Like so. And now, you can see that one. Now, it's not going to generate power until I've still got to install glass onto it, which is fine. We're just going to make that into a corner. You know, that will save us just a hair of cabling. And every little bit counts. So you can see all that kicking on. Now we're going to have to adjust that. The other thing that we need to do is actually go ahead and run power. Which right now, let's hit E. We're going to cut this real quick. I'm going to cut that to the side. You know what? We're not even going to. I'm not going to reinstall that because we're going to go ahead and move it up. While I'm here, while I'm doing this, go ahead, spend the time, do it right. Now we're going to change this into a T-junction because we're going to move that APC. Alright, so we are done. Turn our jet back off. Let's go ahead and I want to make sure that the solar panels are up and running. There's my glass. One other thing we have to do is rotate those around. So I'm just going to get messy and throw that glass on the ground. We're going to make a mess. My mom would be pissed. Alright, we'll just turn our jetpacks on. Yeah, we need to go negative 90. Oops, a little bit too far. All those are in line. So let's go ahead and hook up that APC. We'll get that done real quick, and then we'll go ahead and tear down that other solar panel and get that moved up. Guys, we are burning up this progress. This is outstanding, guys. Outstanding. All right. Oh. Gadget just sent me a message.
Yeah, you know, I did a dyno wipe on the ARC server yesterday.
Yeah, I was here.
Yeah. Well, the wyvern spawns are worse than ever.
Even after that.
Yep. I mean, he sent me a screenshot, and there must be 200 wyverns down in that area by, you know, where the crystal cave is, where he goes for his eggs.
Yeah.
There's 200 wyverns sitting outside, you know, flapping around outside it.
Hmm. let's keep our stuff smelting. Let me see what it said real quick. Yeah, I just sent him a message. I said I may have to go in and manually turn down spawn rates.
From what he's saying to me, it looks like Ark may have tweaked the spawning rates on the wyverns. Because
Yeah.
everything else, everywhere else, is spawning as normal. But the wyverns are just going crackers.
Yeah. No, that's not good. I need power.
Yeah, you've disconnected the power.
Yep. I guess let's do that. If I'm honest. I'm sitting here looking at my all my logic and all of it's turned off, and I was like, oh shit, what did I do now? Just in the nick of time.
You jammy little man, you.
So, definitely going to need a lot more copper, guys. Let's go ahead and we're going to start deconstructing. I need steel frames or iron frames. Excuse me. Iron sheets, which I carelessly tossed on the floor. Take 5, switch over. Now, we don't have to worry about it yet. Once you start getting more solar panels on, you will have to worry about overloading. These small cables can only carry 5,000 watts. So max on these, the max that the solar panels can generate is 500. So, you know, we are A-okay to keep going. kind of proceed as normal. So you can see this thing starting to kick on. I need glass sheets. Constructed. We're going to throw those back on the ground. How those have not broken, I don't know. Next, we need to turn this negative 90. Alright guys, and our solar panels are on and running. We are good to go. So you can see that battery is full. Where is my suit battery at right now? We're at medium. Let's just go ahead and let's go ahead and switch it out. I'm going to grab that guy. Let's keep smelting. And then we are going to go on a copper run. Actually, I can start building the furnace now. So guys, a little bit of grinding, you can get very far in the game very quickly early. You can see that, I mean, I think we're on day like 3, maybe 4, and we're already at a pretty advanced state as far as keeping things up and running. And we've got, I mean, you can see all these resources just sitting here. It's waiting. Go ahead and turn those in, combine. I'm not going to worry about pressurization yet. I want to worry more about furnace, and go ahead and start working on our atmospherics. I think atmospherics, after power, atmospherics are your next big goal. In my opinion, that's what it should be.
Yeah, and you know how the water capture works a bit better now.
Yeah.
So you won't flood your base again.
Yeah. Luckily, I had that little room. Next machine I'm going to go for is the next machine I'm going to go for is the pipe bender, which is going to let us start building our atmospheric stuff.
RB.
All right. Right, the big boy. Go ahead and build a pipe bender as well.
And I'm back with a bottle of Hobgoblin.
So we've already gotten every single one of our crafting stations set up and ready to roll. It's pretty good. Yeah, that's all that nickel. Now I'm probably gonna be able to find nickel real easy, and I'm not gonna be able to find silver. Dang, this thing's taking forever. Alright, I think we are going to also expand the base just a hair. Give myself a couple of lockers. You know, we've got the room, why not? We are in, like, you know, way good to go with solar panels. May have to add on one more. May. But we've got a ways to go before that's going to be necessary. Let's go grab some of those steel frames. Excuse me, iron frames. Oh yeah, we've got 12 more. Let's get give ourselves a nice big work area. Because we deserve it, right? So what I'm going to do is... sheets are up there, that's right. Make sure you turn that off, and we're going to put that back in the tool belt. Now, the next thing, I just built all these kit lockers. Oh, look at all that beautiful storage. I don't like how it's going through the it's the mesh. So, and I probably did that backwards. Yeah, matter of fact, let's go ahead. Why I'm doing this? What I'm doing is setting all this up so that I've got clear storage. So, you know, construction equipment, kind of my personal stuff, tools, and then this is going to be for all my ores. See now that we actually have a good bit of stuff. Good bit of stuff. Hey, what's going on, Tease? Welcome back, buddy. I've updated this up there. How'd PUBG go? And now we're going to throw that thing down in the hole. Dude, look at how much progress we've made already. We're an hour and 30 minutes into this. I can tear up that APC, we're not using that. Not yet, at least. Alright. I think, dude, we're burning it up, so to speak. But I appreciate you coming by, man. Thanks for being here. It means a lot. So we need this coal for the, go ahead and make steel. Alright, come on. A little bit more of that good stuff. Now the other thing I'm going to need is oxide, so let's go ahead. I normally like to get up just to a flat 50. There we go. There's all that nickel. I'm not going to bother with that yet. Probably be a smart idea to go ahead and turn my light off here. I do need iron. So, I mean, we are, I think this is like day 3 or 4, I can't remember, but we already have all of our automation up for our solar cells, so that's already 100% done. I am working on, just got our steel furnace up, pretty much like, I think day 2, we went on a farmathon, and literally I got lucky with a whole bunch of gold, a whole bunch of other stuff. So the only thing I'm really lacking right now to progress is going to be steel. So part of me wants to go ahead and, the mistake I made the first time playing through this was I did not worry about capturing the gases, and literally just, after I got done getting steel, I just kind of vented all that stuff into atmosphere, which I missed out on a lot of good gas capture. So, one thing I am going to do different is find some way to try and capture that and start using hydrogen and oxygen to, start working on producing my gases for me that I need to get my furnace to certain temperatures. So I'd really like to get into an automated gas, furnace setup where I hit a logic switch and it says, hey, I need to prep the furnace for this metal or whatever the case is, and you hit a switch and it correctly puts in X amount of certain gases and at this temperature and whatever I need. So that's at least where I'd like to head with this. And after we built that cycle clock, I think the logic behind it wouldn't be crazy. Is that more gold? Oh, look at that. I will always take gold. So what we are going to do right now, today is going to be kind of a slower day. We're just going to keep smelting some of this stuff, but we are going to get ready for basically nighttime when I can pull out the bauxites and the oxide whenever I find it, and use it safely, because if you pull it out right now during the sun, it will basically just disappear. So in order to capture it, can't have sunlight. So today is going to be a lot more mining than anything. So like I said, I like to work in nice round numbers. In order to get steel, you need a 3-to-1 ratio of steel to coal. So I try to go for 50 coal and 150 steel, which I've already got more than that right now. I'm going to take the rest. We always need iron, so I'm just going to go ahead and just keep mining until I'm full. Matter of fact, I'm full. If you kind of do this and jump, you can only get out holes. And base is over there. I'm sure you understand. So I might drill off, and like I said, I'm going to, I want 3 stacks of ore, and this will produce 200 steel off this. So that's what I'm putting to the side for my steel. Over here, that's just stuff I have to smelt. So, and you can see right now, I mean, I've already got 145 iron. We end up going through so much of it, though, that I'm, and I'm already out mining anyway. Let's go ahead and keep it up. Really need to go ahead and start working on copper again. Matter of fact, I need to use the restroom, so I'm going to stand up for a second, stretch my legs, and I'll be right back. Let's check my battery real quick so I don't die. Yeah, we're at medium. Let's just go ahead.
Critical.
And I just did a boo-boo and turned all that off. That's not good. Alright, guys. My bad. GG's. Didn't mean to pull that out either. Normally I pull the power cell down first. But such is life. So when I get back, we are going to keep mining for the rest of this day. We're just going to kind of burn this out. I need Volites. I've got a little bit in my inventory, probably enough to go ahead and get all this started. And then we need Volites and Oxides. So when I get back, we're going to kind of keep looking for that type of stuff and keep that going. All right, guys, give me about 3 or 4 minutes, and I'll be right back. Probably not even that long. It's all good, Tease. Holy crap, we've actually got 5 people here, guys. If you're just joining in, welcome. Appreciate you guys being here. I'm Jeep. Well, Jeep Guy J33P. That's what I go by. Turn you back on by hitting O. Alright, look at that. There's Volites. I think I'm saying that right. A lot more iron, which iron's always a good thing. We've got enough of it that I'm not gonna. Yeah, I've run 3 monitors, and you guys are. I've got a web page pulled up, so that's why you see me looking up. So normally I keep Discord on this monitor. Main monitor obviously is my game, and then up is that's way more than we needed. Didn't mean to get all that. Yeah, no. But sometimes you gotta take what you can get. And my headset battery's about to die. Oh no, dude. You gotta take what you can get, man. I'd still be here doing this if nobody was in the stream. I just enjoy games. Oh look, uranium. Is that ice? I think it's ice. silicon, which we don't need. So guys, probably going to stream for about another 30-40 minutes, and then I'm going to call it for a little bit. Probably going to switch back over to Twitch. Just wanted to kind of get on the YouTube side for a little bit and, you know, get some of my content. Unfortunately, I'm an affiliate, so I cannot stream to both at the same time. Twitch would not be okay with that. So, all right, man. Appreciate you stopping by, Tease. Let's see what it is to build atmospherics.
I had a little idea for your volatiles.
Yeah.
You know, when you was experimenting on your previous run through with capturing those gases, you built a little chamber, didn't you, that was sealed?
Mm-hmm.
The volatiles didn't evaporate while I was in there, did they? Even with
Yeah. Yeah.
How about a little one-by-one room with a door on it? You can dump your volatiles in there and just access them at night.
Yeah. Hold on, let me plug up my headset. You could do something like that, and eventually I want to put this furnace in its own separate. I don't want to mix. I don't want to. High oxygen situations for furnace smelting is a bad idea, just because you know, oxygen is fuel.
Yeah, it does tend to go with a bit of a pop sometimes.
Oh shit. Hold on, I'm trying to plug up my headset real quick. Let's do that. As soon as it counts up, it's going to give me the, say, yep, I can make steel. There's 200 grams. Pull. Look at that. We are done, guys. 200 grams of steel. Who said this was hard? So, now, this does have some lovely gases in here that I really need to capture. How much is that? 3,000 kPa. Of course, I don't have anything plugged up. Let's see. So I need to get on the pipe bender real quick. And no cables either. All right. So we have steel going. Let's go ahead. I do want to make a. Let's make 2 more large batteries, and then we've got to find copper again. Yeah, we're going to be down to 12 copper after this. Let's see. Kit tank's the big one. Let's go ahead and build a big one. It just takes a little bit of copper. I want to go ahead and capture all those gases, and let's just start. I'm not going to worry about sorting them yet. I just want to capture them. Out of power. Which, what I'm going to do, just to keep everything running, I'm going to pull this battery. We're going to put it right there. I'm going to grab one of the low ones. We're going to put it back in, and then just turn off everything. Because I want to keep those solar panels still turning. Is it constructing kit pipes? Yep, that's what it was. Let's just start going crazy on pipes. Like I said, I just want to pull all this into this tank. That's all I want to do right now. All this precious. So if you guys are enjoying the stream, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Hey, Chip.
Yes, mate.
Hey, you said that you put the Zed, if you've already subscribed, man, I appreciate you coming back. You said you already put our Discord up in chat because I'm not seeing it. Did you put it up? Am I streaming to Twitch?
No, you're on YouTube.
All right, yeah, because it never showed up.
Maybe it's blocked it because of not listed as part of the stream.
I don't know. Holy shit! I was way off.
Yeah, you might have missed it, mate.
Tell you what, we're gonna build the pipes first, and then we'll build the tank. Yeah, I just need to give Chew moderator position so he can edit.
Would it not be a good idea to have the return in that as well?
No, I'm just looking for exhaust because I don't have anything with return right now, and I just want to capture all these gases. That's the only thing I want to do. Yeah, I mean, your theory is right. It's probably a good idea just to go ahead and capture everything. This is Stationeers. Let's grab our tablet real quick. And let me switch over. I'm going to put all my pipes back up. And that's in the one cabinet. Right there. Let's grab my Atmos Analyzer. ERPF. ERRO. So right now you can see that I've got 301. So right now it's trying to balance. I need some type of regulator to kind of push that.
One of your pumps.
Yeah. I don't think I have a pump yet. Dude, I understand exactly what you mean. So far, I've really, really enjoyed this game.
Yeah, I haven't picked this one up yet, but I'm looking forward to it.
decrease that, and then let's just increase that to like 8,000. I just wanted to get it above everything in front of it, so. That should finish out that tank. That will suck the rest of that out.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Playing a lot differently than I did the first time, aren't I?
Yeah, well, knowing where you're going does help, doesn't it?
Yeah. So once I do this, we'll just grab our network analyzer, or our Atmos analyzer again. Turn this on by hitting O. You can see we've got a little bit of hydrogen, a little bit of nitrogen, a little bit of oxygen, not much, just like trace amounts. And a lot of CO2. CO2 is going to be what we need for our greenhouse. I'm not going to worry too much about greenhouses yet. Alright, so what I can do, I'm going to turn this off. There's no gases here. There's a little bit of gases in this little elbow, but everything's in front of this valve. Probably what would have been smart is to reverse this and put this on-off valve in front of that pressure regulator. But you can see I've got all that beautiful gas sitting in my tank, and right now it's just chilling. It's cool. It's getting cold. It's still kind of hot, which normally I like to keep everything, you want to keep gases around the same temperature. If you start mixing like hot and cold gases together, you're going to run into explosions, for lack of a better term. So let's go ahead. Like I said, we need copper. Copper is going to be our big thing right now that we do not have. So let's go ahead, put this back. We're going to press and hold 5, switch that out, press and hold 5 again, back into my mining belt, hit O, or excuse me, 5, F. Let's go ahead and switch out that mining batteries down to about half.
Check your suit as well.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Medium.
Power critical.
So, off to find copper. Now, if I happen to find a whole bunch of, there's a whole bunch of, so much iron. We can make a crap ton of steel right now. I want to say that there was some copper back over that way. So I remember seeing it saying, oh, there's copper, I need it, but not yet. Yeah, Zed, dude, I've had more fun with these small, cheaper titles than I ever have some of the, what is it? Oh, and we got silver? What?
Nice. So, put a marker on a map in it.
Well, I could lay that tracking beacon down, but the problem is that thing is going to, the battery's going to die before. You can see that big white golf ball from.
What's that green glow?
Uranium.
Oh, right. Stick it in your pocket and see if it goes up.
Well, they've got nuclear batteries and stuff you can build. I got into the fabricator. A little bit, but it requires. Oh shit. So Zed, how'd you find the channel? If you don't mind me asking. Oh, copper. There we go. Oh, sweet. Terratech's fun. It comes and goes. I like the game. I think that I mean, you know, I got tied up with school and I couldn't put out any more videos. I would love to come back to it, but it's just there's still not enough there. It's fun for, you know, the first while, but you know. And I had a good build going, dude. I get bored real quick. So while I'm here, I'm just going to go and grab all this iron. I mean, might as well. Let's fill up this mining belt. Wow, dude, you've got me beat it easily by, you probably had me beat by at least 800 hours. Well, that's what sucks. I want the game to be so much more than what it is, and it's a great game. It is such a good game, but there's no multiplayer, and you know, nowadays that's the lifeblood of the gaming community is multiplayer right now. If you're not putting out a multiplayer game, unless you're Fallout, you know, Bethesda, doing like Fallout Studios or something like that, you're gonna die pretty quick. Yeah, and I don't like to play half experiences, you know? I want not necessarily like a complete experience, but like, all right, so this game, for instance, is, you know, it's very clearly development. they've got a long way to go, but, you know, multiplayer's there. The core things that, you know, most people come to games for is in place. We're just going to pick that copper up with our hand. So, and you know, I enjoy games where, like, you know, I can actually interact Dude, I'm an old guy. Fallout has always had a soft spot in my heart. Always will. You know, I'm not trying to defend Bethesda right now in any way, shape, or form, but let's dig up some of that nickel. Tell you what, we're just going to capture these gases, and then, yeah, I need to make some space in my belt.
Turn the pump on.
Nope, I did not. Good catch. Well, and I'm one of those guys that, dude, I came from SimCity, like the originals, and I really enjoyed the SimCity 5, whatever the latest one was. I really enjoyed it, but there was, you know, when they started limiting like little things, that's when it just that's when it became a very different game, map size and. You know, they definitely went for the multiplayer. They did a lot of things right. They did. It was just. Yeah. Well, and then now you've got these indie titles like company that is putting out that put out City Skylines, which I play. I used to play. I still love City Skylines. I have a hard time playing it right now. Just, I mean, it's. I enjoy games like this, I think, the most. City Skylines is great, love it. But SimCity, after City Skylines came out and you know, really captured what people wanted and couldn't get with SimCities, you know, they saw the you know, I can deal with the microtransactions as long as it's still adding good content. You know, as long as it's still providing content that is, I feel valuable, I'm okay with. I mean, microtransactions, unfortunately, is the way things are going to go for probably, you know, the rest of gaming will probably never get away from it. Yeah. Well, that new game they got coming out, Surviving Mars Together. It actually looks pretty good. So I'm going to be curious to see. Paradox, thank you. Yeah, that's what I was trying to think of. I'm going to be interested to see where they go with it. Yeah, I think that it's kind of one of those things that they're going to force our hand, and they're going to provide what they're going to provide, and that's it. Whether we want to accept it or not, just because they can. We're going to go ahead and grab the silver while we're. Yeah. Well, and I mean, we'll see where things go. I'm not saying I'm right. I'm not saying I'm wrong. It's interesting to see where we're at right now. See, I've got every single DLC that's out, but that is one of the few games that I have ever played that I've done that with. Yeah, dude, you do bring up some very good points, man. I do agree with you there. I mean, it's
more a case of it's unnecessary. They make enough money without having to do that.
Yeah, exactly. No, I looked into Starmade and it never really caught my attention. Which, I mean, the first time I ever saw an art video, it didn't catch my attention either. So it might be it's the same thing with RimWorld. I love Oxygen Not Included. I love the micromanagement of it and everything else. The side view design. RimWorld just never really caught my attention because I mean, it's loosely the same game, but it's same premise. Okay, I might check it out, man. I appreciate you telling me that. Thank you. See, it's people like you we need in our community, man. You need to join our Discord. We've got a Discord, we've got community forums, we've got Reddit up and running. We're trying to, however we can communicate with you guys, we want to, or communicate with each other the best way possible.
Yeah, the edict is no salt on our pixels. It's all about having fun, really.
Yeah. For the most part, we're a bunch of older guys that just like to, have a good time. So, we have a good community in our Discord.
Did you give me mod rights on this?
In television, I don't know if I did or not. Hold on. Let's see.
In television, I remember them things.
Yeah.
I used to have a little Tandy game set. That's a little black and white thing you play skeet shooting on.
Yeah.
Yep, pre-Atari. I remember them coming out. The first Atari game I had was it was a handheld unit with its own screen on it, black and white. And it cost me a lot of money. And then there was a mad craze when they came out with Pac-Man. A lot of stuff still used tape drives then and all.
Alright, so minus copper, we're actually in pretty good shape. Which,
Wouldn't hurt to top the gold up as well.
well, how much do I have? I've got a good bit sitting in, so I've got 77 gold. Here. I don't know if I want to necessarily put this in the channel description just because I don't want everybody to have access to it, but, well, I don't know. I'm back and forth. Alright. So, let's pull our Atmos analyzer real quick. Let's see what we're dealing with. Oh, look at all that beautiful gas. We've actually got a lot of oxygen in there. So what I want to work toward next is actually go ahead and start to process these gases.
Yeah, you got quite a bit of pollution there, haven't you?
12%. I mean, that's the second biggest thing in our tank. So probably the next thing I'm going to want to do, I'm trying to think real quick, guys. Probably the next thing I want to do is start working on probably early game Atmos, honestly. Start processing these gases.
Gas room.
Yeah. I said, alright. Yeah, I put that on there for keep people from just
Trolls.
yeah, hell patrolling. But we can permission you real quick. Build a gas display just so I can see.
Yeah, you got permissions now. You can join us. As you can see, we've got quite a few members here.
Trying to find, hold on.
And the link I've just stuck in our general chat is our forums for you.
What am I looking for? I think it's over here. Yeah, dude. Alright. Yeah, I'm gonna run through copper. So we need another giant copper run. Oh, is it over here? No, it's here. I can't remember what it's called now. Looking for the displays. Okay. I'll look into that, Zed. Thank you.
Power low.
We're going to build one of these kit batteries so I can start capturing more of that power. Consoles. That's what it is.
What you want the computer to do?
No, I just want a console. I just want to tell what's inside that. Want one of these. And kit battery. I can get 2 of those. Let's go ahead and do it.
I want to turn the battery charger off a minute.
It'll be alright. It's basically just cycling back to itself. And I'm getting ready to set up in the morning. I actually need to move this battery charger up here. Do I have all that power running back through there? Did I just do that? Yes, I did.
You know, that's naughty, that is. You've tidied up.
Do what?
I said, that's naughty, that is. You've tidied up.
I've tidied up.
Yeah, got the charger off the floor and everything.
Oh yeah, hell yeah. Annoying the hell out of me. And I hate to do it, but I'm getting ready to replace all that with heavy watt. Now let's go ahead and get this running. I think that was the main purpose of what I was doing. Actually looks pretty nice, huh?
Definitely getting better.
I dated this. Did I build this wrong? I would think so. Alright.
Doesn't that need one of your data disks inside of it?
Now, you don't have to keep it in there, you just have to, you just need it to program it.
Oh, right.
So once it's programmed, it's hands off, dude. So, alright. Let's build a canister. Let's build 2 canisters. Looks like you and Zed are getting along. So before I do anything, we need to go mining. How much heavy? And I did that backwards. Let's see if I can't get a transformer small. So I'm going to need that right there. We're going to have to rearrange this one last time. It's going to go right there. So my heavy watt wire is going to feed into the top. This is going to feed into basically the rest of my non-high watt, high voltage power. So my battery, the way this is going to work is you feed in you feed into the back. So the one side on my right, and then everything else comes out the left. So you need heavy watt wire coming into the back to charge, and then heavy watt wire coming out of the other side into the transformer to step it down so that you're not going to overload the rest of these circuits. So all this up here has got to get replaced with heavy watt wire. This is probably going to move directly underneath this transformer. We'll replace heavy watt wire coming into here. All right. And then we can have just the normal cable wires over here. But I am really low on copper and gold at this point, so we need to go find both. So let's go for another mining run. Yeah. Let's see, where's my power at? I'm at medium.
Power critical.
Still at full charge. Let's go do some mining. Copper. So who else is here? Anybody else want to speak up? Not trying to call out the lurkers, but oh, Mech Warrior 2. I remember Mech Warrior. You see my jam.
Yeah, and Doom too.
What did you say?
So yeah, and Dune 2.
Yep. All right. I'm just trying to. Unfortunately, this is going to be terribly interesting. I need copper. I need a lot of copper. Iron's important, but I mean, I've got, just because of our, you know what, while I'm here, I'm just going to go ahead. I'll knock out some automation for you guys so that show you how I mine with some of these chutes. So definitely make sure you guys subscribe, follow, whatever. You can also find me on Twitch at the header above, JeepGuy_gaming. Definitely follow me there. I normally stream there more than I stream here, but I said, why not today? Let's do something different. Really kind of hoping my wife comes to me and says, Russ, or Jeep. I just gave myself away there. I want pizza. We could use more gold if we can find it. Speaking of the devil, there's gold. Come on. Oh, look. Am I going to get any more gold out of this? Probably not. Alright, I'm about to give up on this. I think I've gotten all the gold out of this one. Finding everything but copper. Oh crap. Uranium's I don't have a super big need for it right now. Almost went off the edge.
Go on, be brave.
Nope, not today. Is that more nickel? Holy crap. Oh, and mother load copper. Copper is the only thing. Copper and gold are the only things that are really going to hold us back right now. Alright, let's jet back out. We're going to head back. There's our base. Alright. Should keep us busy for a little bit. We still low on copper. I don't like where I'm at. So let's keep going. I know it's not the most exciting, but it's got to get done. Switch out that battery. They've got a ore tracker coming out for your tablet.
That would be useful.
Yeah. So much freaking iron, dude. I'm gonna be able to make a crap ton of steel. So when I get ready to make the next base, it'll be a pretty easy setup. Copper. Holy, the copper vein just keeps going. Now there's one piece of copper that was like up here. Be careful. Alright, I think that is, we can call that a successful run.
Should keep you going for 5 minutes.
Yeah, for real. Let's just go ahead and get all this iron. Well, the big thing is going to be making that heavy cable. That heavy cable is expensive, but it's so necessary. So, not looking too great on gold, actually. Let's see if we can scope any gold at all.
Might need some more coal as well, actually.
Coal is fairly abundant, and I've got plenty of steel. So normally I don't worry about it until I need steel. And I'm not going to start working on any of the major stuff, really, like getting... once I get more gold, I will start up production of Electrum and Envar. But I need to get my pipe mechanics worked out so that I can pump gases. Yeah, nothing down there. Alright. Still start building that heavy wire. All right, guys, I am going to probably call it here soon. Spend some time with my wife and kind of take it easy on a lazy Saturday. Not that I don't enjoy being here, but I do love my wife. Most days. I'm joking. Go ahead and get my tool belt back on. And we're going to need, before I do anything else, let me stop this. I want to get one more solar panel. Yeah, back there. Oh. Alright, so we're going to rearrange this just in there. Fix all this. Much better, wouldn't you say?
Yep.
Alright. Alright. I think that about does it, man.
Yep, looking good.
So. Alright, guys. I am going to go ahead and end the stream. Appreciate everybody swinging by. Definitely make sure you guys hit the subscribe if you've not already done so. You can follow me on Twitch at the DeepGuy_gaming. I normally stream there, but appreciate everybody being here. We will, I guess, see you later.